Hello, hello. Welcome to the PG-ish podcast. I'm Erin with your parental guidance to help you grow yourself as a parent and raise healthy, happy, and successful humans. Hey mama, are you tired of feeling guilty and burnt out? Do you struggle to keep up with even the most basic tasks like washing dishes, brushing your teeth, or doing laundry? Okay, first of all, you're not alone. And second, it's normal to think that you may not be suffering enough to need therapy or outside support. But please note, you're not weak. Sometimes we all need a neutral person to talk to. So shout out to one of our sponsors, BetterHelp Online Therapy. With a team of licensed therapists and counselors, BetterHelp offers confidential and convenient online therapy sessions that you can access from the comfort of your own home. Their online platform is easy to use and offers a variety of therapy options, including chat, phone, and video sessions. Whether you sign up and stay for a month or for years, their therapists can provide the guidance and support you need. To take the first step toward a happier, healthier you, sign up with BetterHelp at betterhelp.com/PGish, that's PGISH, to save 10%. You, your mental health, and your family are worth investing in. I so appreciate my ties to BetterHelp because honestly, in today's world, it can feel like you're expected to do it all the time. Despite these expectations that we put on ourselves that are reinforced by a whole host of external factors, the truth is, it's impossible. It's impossible to be a perfect parent, spouse, friend, and employee all at once or at any time. And when you try to do it all, you inevitably end up burnt out and overwhelmed. While it seems like the American dream is etched more and more in how best you look while surviving on fumes, therapist, author, speaker, and the voice behind the mental health platform Struggle Care, Casey Davis, will share how to let go of mom guilt and embrace a more balanced, realistic approach to life. She'll discuss why it's not your fault that you can't do it all and offer practical tips for managing your time, prioritizing self-care, and avoiding burnout. I think you're really going to love Casey.
Let's think about what really goes into something like laundry. Everyone picture your laundry pile right now, okay? How many clean clothes do you have left right now? Can you wash tomorrow or must it be today? Do you need to prioritize, pre-sort, pre-treat anything? Did you grow up with anybody that taught you how to do that? You're out of laundry detergent. If you work 3 jobs, when are you going to get to the store next? And if you get there, can you afford it? And if you can afford it, which one you choose? And you get it all home, get it in there. Now pick a setting. Which one? I don't know. Google it. By the way, you have memory problems. So you'll remember that wash in about 3 days when it's mildewed into the washer. It's okay. Just rewash it, okay, and get it into the dryer. You'll forget that too, and it'll wrinkle. Now dry it again. Now, all you have to do is get it out and fold it. But also, you have 3 small children. And those 3 small children haven't given you a moment alone in quite some time. But when you finally get that moment, you have to decide. Are you going to finish the laundry? Are you going to eat a sandwich? Are you going to take a nap? Time's up. You didn't do any of it. You stared at the wall. You have decision fatigue because the burden of carrying a home all by yourself has burnt you out. You see, for some of you, all of the steps and the skills that go into care tasks run on autopilot. But for millions of people, the autopilot is broken. And what's worse, what if you had to do all of that when your mom just died? Or your job just fired you? Or you're using every ounce of strength that you have to just not kill yourself today? If you have access to therapy, it's unlikely your therapist will ever ask you about your laundry. I've worked in mental health for about a decade. I've been in therapy even longer. And the only time I ever had a provider talk to me about things like cooking and cleaning and brushing my teeth was when I was in a psych hospital as a teenager. Yet here were hundreds of thousands of people in my comment sections telling me that these daily care tasks were a major pain point in their life. And so I started to wonder, what if we started here? What if we started with these care tasks? Could making daily tasks easier improve mental health quicker? In the 2 years that I've been posting and writing about the intersection of mental health and care tasks, I've come up with a philosophy that does just this. And it all starts with one simple idea. Cooking, cleaning, laundry, It doesn't make you a good person or a bad person. Listen to me. Care tasks are morally neutral. Now, I know that if you've been watching Martha Stewart for decades and scrolling the perfect Pinterest aesthetic every day, that it can feel like struggling with these tasks is a moral failure. Like it's because we're lazy or we're irresponsible or we're immature. But having an organized closet doesn't make you a success. And living out of a pile of laundry on the floor doesn't make you a failure. You know where the shirt you want to wear is. It might take you a bit of sifting to find it. The truth is, it's not about morality. It's about functionality. Does your home work for you? Not some hypothetical house guest that is coming to inspect your closet. I mentioned Amanda, who had lost her baby and forgot how to wash dishes. She told me that when her husband would go to work, she would lay on the floor next to the empty crib and say to herself, what can I bring to my family if I can't even wash dishes? But that changed when she began to see care tasks as morally neutral. All of a sudden, the dishes in the sink weren't representations of her failure as a wife, but instead she would look at the pile and think to herself, what do I need to function tomorrow morning? And then pull 2 coffee cups out of the pile to wash. She had her coffee the next morning, and it was a little bit easier to get up off the floor. When we liberate ourselves from the idea that we are a good person or a bad person with care tasks, we can stop thinking about the right way to do things, about the way that things should be done, and instead start thinking about what we can do with our current barriers to improve our quality of life today. And this is the fun part, because you get to customize a life that works for you. When Lula realized that her problems with brushing her teeth were not moral failings, she gained the confidence to speak to her dental hygienist. And together, they came up with solutions that work around her barriers. She now relies on pre-pasted disposable toothbrushes that she keeps in her desk, floss she keeps in the living room, and a no-rinse prescription toothpaste. Because by breaking down the component parts of a dental hygiene routine and ensuring that each step was accessible to her mental and physical needs, for the first time in a year, she's done every step in that routine for 2 weeks straight. She says that now that her teeth are clean, she's a little less stressed about tomorrow's problems. And this approach can work with any care task that you struggle with. Simply ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve, and how can I achieve it in my way? In a rare moment of folding clothes, I looked down at the baby onesie that I was folding, and I thought to myself, why am I folding this? Baby onesies don't really wrinkle. And even if they did, nobody cares if a baby's in a wrinkly onesie. Furthermore, I was probably going to change her 4 times before lunch. This doesn't need to be folded. I said it out loud and literally braced myself for the laundry police. I don't know. There are rules to laundry. But for the first time, I stopped thinking about the way that laundry should be done and instead started thinking about how I could make laundry functional for me. And I looked down at the fleece pajamas and the underwear and the athletic shorts and the tank tops and realized almost none of my clothes actually needed to be folded. And I haven't folded any of it since. I moved all of my family's clothes into one closet off the laundry room, and now I just toss things into organized bins unfolded. My new motto is good enough is perfect, and everything worth doing is worth doing half-assed. You have to give yourself permission to do a little, to do it with shortcuts, to do it while breaking all of the rules, and replace that inner voice that says, I'm failing, with one that says, I'm having a hard time right now. And people who are having a hard time deserve compassion. If it's too hard to shower today, grab the baby wipes. It may not be the normal way to do it, but you deserve to be clean. If it's too hard to cook dinner, get paper plates. Heat up something frozen. You'll go back to cooking and washing another day, but the day is not today, And in the meantime, you deserve to eat. I could share with you hundreds of other genius solutions that people have come up with once they embrace the idea that care tasks are morally neutral. In my experience, people will exhibit mind-blowing creativity when they are only taught how to speak compassionately to themselves. So what if mental health treatment started here? By shifting the idea of care tasks as these external measurements of your worthiness to just being morally neutral tasks that you can customize to care for yourself. Because if it's true that regardless of what you struggle with, you are worthy of a functional space, what else might you be worthy of?
Well, how's that for a push towards self-compassion, acceptance, and grace? Treating yourself, a loved one, or a friend with more tenderness and problem-solving than judgment may just change the world. While this clip had several nuggets of wisdom, I hope you don't ever forget that you are worthy. You are worthy regardless of your circumstances, regardless of if you're having a hard time right now. Nothing is permanent. Take the steps you need, full of self-compassion and grace, to take care of yourself today. If Casey inspired you to be softer with yourself, go check out the full talk on YouTube called How to Do Laundry When You're Depressed, or check out her book, How to Keep House While Drowning. Links to her resources and BetterHelp online therapy can be found in the show notes. Okay, my friend, thank you for joining me today. If you're enjoying PG-ish, you can find me on Instagram at PG-ish Parenting, and please do share this episode with a friend so that more parents can grow alongside their kiddos. See you next time.